Hi, welcome to UFS TV. Another little clip to help get you thinking a little bit, and this one particularly this week really is about thinking, because I want to talk about the no brain, no gain approach to martial arts. It's the name of my business, so all the different things that I do, martial arts being one of them, you know, a big part, but no brain, no gain is this idea, just a play on words, you know, the no pain, no gain idea, but this one is about thinking about what you do. So for example, often when you train, sometimes you pick up niggly little injuries. Now to train on those injuries is a really dumb thing to do, because in the long term it's going to damage you. So what you want to be thinking is, how can you train around things? So let's say for example you have a shoulder injury. Well, you don't want to be doing push-ups on a shoulder injury, so you can work around it and you can do all the different crunches and different stomach exercises you can do. You can run, probably anyway, it depends on the depth of the shoulder injury. But you want to be thinking about how can you still exercise, how can you still train and work around injuries. Another thing about no brain, no gain is how much reading do you do? Or how much learning do you do? Because this process should be about learning on a continual basis. So, for example, one of my friends used to say that if you do a lesson, let's say it takes an hour and a half to do the lesson, you'll probably be thinking about that lesson for at least 6 to 7 or maybe 10 or even 24 hours later. Now, if you've had a particular breakthrough, as sometimes happens, then you'll be thinking about that lesson for much longer. Now, what I've always done is made notes. I have a journal and I keep notes. It doesn't matter if it's on a business thing that I'm learning, or whether it's a martial arts thing, or whether I pick things up off the TV, or there's little ideas. I'm always writing things down because I want to retain this knowledge and come back to it in the future. Many years ago, when I used to go to lots and lots of seminars, I was one of the few people that used to sit there with a notebook and pen, and I'd be writing all these notes, and sometimes people would get frustrated with me because I was making notes and they weren't. But I have to be honest, of many of those people who were training back in the 80s and 90s, I'm one of the few people who are still around. There are others, but I'm one of the few ones that made the notes and wanted to learn. Because I think that this is a cerebral process. Martial arts isn't just about physical doing the martial arts. That physical part is really, really important, but it's the thinking behind it. You've got to think about your training, you've got to think about how you do your conditioning, you've got to think about where you train, who you train with. For example, even in 2013, I am hearing that some people go to other schools and their teachers will get annoyed if they come and train with us. It's 2013, for Christ's sake. You can train wherever you want. You know, you're an adult, train where you want, do what you want to do. We try and make this as attractive as possible, so you train here as much as possible. But it's your choice. You're the adult. You make all these decisions. No brain, no gain is about thinking further than just turning up and doing a lesson. And that's the approach that I've taken for years and years, and that's the approach I try to encourage in my students as well. So think about that. No brain, no gain. That's the way you're going to learn. That's the way you're going to develop and train for many, many years. See you again next time. Thanks a lot from UFS TV.